And hey folks, how you doing? Durinde here as we continue our Let's Play Stellaris Star Trek New Horizons. Glad to have you along. It's Friday afternoon for me. It's been a long weekend. I'm glad to get into some New Horizons. Let's unpause the game. Normal speed, we're down the Polker system here. And what's going on? Second fleet, I think we are chasing the fleet of the Skarian Republic. Let's see if we can maybe eke out a little bit more war score. I don't know if we'll be able to catch up to them. I kind of think we won't. We are headed to the large system anyway because, well, we want to conquer a few more planets so we can actually end this war at one point or another. They do have some space stations that we could, or frontier outposts that we could possibly blow up. So maybe we'll do that over the course of this war. I mean, the Agrathari are a member of our alliance. Warp engine technology breakthrough. This guy's got really purple eyes. Changeling founder, my name is Yori, and I've been leading a team researching advanced warp technologies. Pleased to announce that we made a substantial breakthrough offering a number of potential applications to pursue. Alright, so what do we got here? Exploration. Single warp core comes with expensive, higher cost. Rely on larger ships. Combat warp engines are for smaller, faster ships. You know what? Let's go for the military warp core. That seems like it's up our alley. Combat warp engine. Food we don't need. Power station. What does this do? Reduces habitability on the planet, but increases power output. Power of 8. Seeing as we do have power problems. This seems to be the route to go. Zero-G ore processor does what? Produces 4 minerals. What does this do? Processes dilithium. Costs us 10. Let's go for the ore processor for now. Both those intrigue me. But we'll see what we're going to do. So what do we... So yeah, we can now have access to the warp engine that we just unlocked. So it's going to be this one. Alright, so we'll save that. Yes. Where's your warp engine? That's a grappler. It's this one. Okay. The Destroy class destroyer. Because I was so creative with my names for... this particular playthrough. Alright, and we'll upgrade you as well. Lots more power. Power not really an issue right now, though. Alright, so let's head out into the wild blue yonder. Minerals, we're starting to creep up on our max there. Thankfully, we're in the black again for our powers, so at least we're not losing out that way. Billups Prime. Let's complete a space station. Billups. Alright, and we have everything upgraded there, so there's nothing else that we can do, right? Not really for what we're trying to do. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So one more pop needs to come in for us to actually do that upgrade. And I am trying to get some power going on here. Okay, so there's nothing else I can do there. Nothing I can do for our slaves. That's a food upgrade, don't care about. Nothing else going on here. We're upgrading our ship shelter. We can...
Attacking enemy vessels.
Oh, did we actually catch up to the enemy fleet? Let's have a look. It's in a book. It is Reading Rainbow. That is so appropriate considering that Geordie LaForge was also the Reading Rainbow guy. I know that's not his real name. LeVar Burton. Okay. So, it looks like we're just fighting some transport fleets. I mean, that's fine. Their main fleet's moving off to their space station there. So we might have a little bit of a fight coming up that way. Our allies should be jumping in behind us. There's also a colony ship here, so it's going to be a bit of a delay before I think we actually get to attack them. Unity, 302 months away. I think we're going to be doing contemplations for a while to see if we can get the Unity thing worked out. Not really tearing through their hole that fast. Huh. It's kind of weird, actually. Anyway, I do want us to go after that 3K fleet, and they seem to be retreating right now, so You know, if their intention was to delay us with their transport fleets, they have succeeded. So they've let millions of their ground soldiers die to try and save their tiny fleet there. So that's kind of a dick move, I think, especially if you were one of the ground pounders. We'll see if we can catch up to them. I don't think we'll be able to, though, before they jump out. Are we moving? We're moving, but not very fast. So we need better thrusters. Yeah, they're going to be jumping out in 7 days. So yeah, we're not going to catch up for them. So I'm just going to go after the large one. The Big Red Run. Big Red One. That was a movie or something? Or it's a like World War II platoon or something? And then there was like a Call of Duty Big Red One.
Construction complete.
That came out like a long time ago, though. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Wrong franchise, Durinde. Wrong franchise. You know what? I am going to replace this with a power plant. Numero 2. Give us some more energy. Since we are living at the edge and we can't help ourselves from falling, we should do the same thing here. Replace that. Because, I mean, food's not really a problem for us right now. Happiness goes down. Empire unrest goes down. We can do a power hub here. What are we doing for power? We got a couple of stations. Yeah, I think I'll pop down a power hub right there. That should help out a little bit. Teeny tiny insy wincy bit.
Enemy spaceport.
Alright, we're besieging enemy spaceport. Not as enthusiastic as that voice actor, though. Well, we have a power plant upgrade there that we can do. And we can now upgrade this. It's going to be a while before we can actually do that, though, because we're building these 2 power plants. Well, that's going to be good for us. And after this is upgraded, this should get a little boost, actually. We'll upgrade the rest of these. We're going to want a Vorta here. We're going to want that Vorta to be working in a mine. And we're going to want a Vorta here. And we're going to want one over here as well. I did that wrong. The pop Vorta. Glare Tram. Do I want to set up anything else here right now? I think I'll get a population in here. And they're still busy building buildings, so I won't go to hell with that. Alright, so we are taking on this, whatchamacallit, space station. Starting to chip away at their holes. I don't think the bulk of our forces have actually hit them yet. I'm going to speed things up, so it won't take forever and a day for us to actually win this. I'm looking at my allies right now. That's why the attacker or defender hull points aren't so huge. So they're down by a third now. And we're making progress. They're halfway done their health. Getting there. Getting there. Starbase, is everything good here? And what about defensive armies? Yeah, we're maxed out. We're good there. Starbase here. Yeah, everything is good. Everything is awesome. So, yeah, we're going to want a mine there. And might as well set up some tops here. Just so those tiles aren't completely going to waste while we're waiting for stuff to happen. And, yeah, we're going to want a physics lab there. Sounds like somebody just lost a space station, and it wasn't me. I didn't lose anything. Alright, so let's hit up this large one right now. So apparently, I also saw the Stellaris folks tweeting today with the new patch that's coming out, a 2.0 patch. With the armies, not only can you rename them and have like those names stay the same, but you can set stances for your armies, and that means that they'll invade automatically. So I guess once the planetary fortifications have dropped, they'll do that right quick, so you don't have to muck about, so to speak. What's that? That's a founder? Huh. There's a founder? Special for... Oh, Jem'Hadar. Okay. Got it. I thought we were actually attacking with the founders. That would have been kind of strange. Because the founders don't do much of their own dirty work. They'll replace people, though. They'll do some behind-the-scenes work. They'll have machinations. Machinations is one of those words that I like saying, but it sounds so pretentious. It shouldn't take us too much to tear through these guys. 1.89. Even our Vorta are stronger than them. And of course, we have these strike teams that are like 3 times as strong. So this should be a very, very quick ground battle for us. I could probably actually get away with splitting my fleet. I don't know if I want to at this point, though. I have to think on it. 69% for our war score right now. Well, what's going on over here? A small fleet. Let's head up to this system and do our deed up here. What that deed is, I'm not sure. But we're going to do it. So that's 2 jumps away. Okay. So we only need to take like a couple more planets, and then we are good to go. I should have maybe just went on to their... Oh, the Playlor are absorbing the Devore. That's interesting, because I was thinking about actually attacking these guys. So that, the Praelor are, like, below us in terms of strength. Taking in that much territory might give them a bit of a power boost. So I think we're going to have to actually fight these folks sooner rather than later. So maybe once this war is done, we'll set our sights over this way and start coming down, heading towards the galactic core, and see if we can find God, like in Star Trek 5 or whatever it is. What does God would need with a starship? I don't think I've ever actually like seen that Star Trek movie from beginning to end. I've seen all the other ones, but the one where they go to the galactic core, I think I've cut bits and pieces of it, and it's one of those, you know, it's on TV, you start watching it, and then something else comes on, or you gotta go somewhere or whatever. It's like the Rocky movies, they're always on over Christmas break. And I have finally seen Rocky 3 from beginning to end. I saw all the other Rocky movies from beginning to end, except for Rocky 3, which is kind of funny, because it's, you know, it's the iconic 80s movie. It's got Hulk Hogan in it, it's got Mr. T in it, it's got Sylvester Stallone in it. I mean, it's as 80s as you can possibly get. And yeah, I hadn't actually seen it from beginning to end, where he actually finishes off Clubber Lang. I think I always used to get to the point where he would start training in California, and then, you know, he'd have to go somewhere, or something else would come on or whatever. So, but yeah, I've seen all the other Rocky movies, even the recent one, the Creed 1. Is he making another Rambo Stallone? I thought I heard that as well. He was doing one more Rambo. Man, he's getting up there now. So we're going up to the Vandross system. So yeah, I'm hoping with that warp core upgrade we can jump a little bit faster. Let's just take a look at it. Warp speed goes up, warp range goes up, and jump time goes down. Also, weapons damage, shield hit points, and sublight speed goes up. That's actually all very valuable, so we definitely want to drop our guys in for an upgrade somewhere at some point. Yeah, the Wadi are part... No, they're a member of the Galactic Alliance. I'd like to actually take these guys out as well. How long till I can fight them again? 22-26, so 4 years. Okay. Yeah, because, I mean, these guys, they're our vassal. They're our vassal. These guys are a vassal, and they're not. Okay. Alright. Where's that fight happening? Oh, we're fighting transport ships. How honorable! Fighting ground troops when they can't defend themselves. I feel so cool for doing this. They actually put shields on their transport ships, dude. That seems like literal points. Anyway. We'll continue with the shooty bang bang. And they are KO'd. 71% for war score now. So they might, I don't know if they're going to capitulate, though. I don't think I'm going to... I mean, the Trogians will be completely knocked out at the end of this war. But these folks, Korean, I don't think that's going to happen for them. Can offer white peace right now. I don't want to, though. They want to liberate the Dasi. How honorable. The Dasi actually like us, though. They don't need no liberation. Polaric Ion Power Station. So it makes the planets less habitable, which we don't care about. Not really. Because we are a hardy folk. And we get extra power, which I could use. Phillips, what's going on with your starbase now? Nothing else we can do there. Okay. Alright, so just want to run through very quickly to see if there's anything else we can do. Glare Tram, we want to upgrade that mine. And let's get a pop ready to go in there. Billups, so we have that on the go. This is going to be upgraded very soon, which means we'll be able to upgrade everything else. Might as well put in for the clearing of the rest of the blocker tiles. Okay.
Construction complete.
Founders. Oh yeah, that's right. I built another power station there. It's good. We're up to 20 energy, even with our fleet on the move, so that's good for us. Their fleet's not here. They have a space station, but no fleet. Okay. Alright. If that's how they want to play it. Actually, their fleet is back in large. Okay, we'll do contemplations, and we'll see what happens. I don't know if they have any ground troops actually take anything back. They have a 3K fleet. We have 13K. Divide that in half, be about 6.5. Be enough to disrupt them. Might want to do that, though. Okay, and they have transport fleet chasing us. Our allies are going to take care of that for us. That's good. Save us a little bit of wear and tear on the old bunghole. Reinhardt. Okay. How, so we're over by 83% now. Or not 83, what was that? Jeez, it wasn't even close to 83. Come on. 38. Got that backwards. How's everybody doing? Everybody having a good time? Having fun? I should send our guys to repair as well at some point, because our control ships don't have those crew quarters. But he's got engineers, so I think everybody gets repaired anyway. Yeah, they do. They do. I'm just not giving them a chance to, though. All war all the time. Tonight on pay-per-view, the Dominion versus the Korean Republic. 3, 2, 1. There we go. All right, let's do our bombardment. Okay. A hostile fleet. They're sending in whatever they can to try to prevent us from winning, but we will win. The immortal words of Lin Min Mei. Great Link. Nope. Nothing good came out of that. Oh hell. Oh well. Maybe we should actually bombard the planet that has people on it. Might work a little bit better. Not much for armies there. What do they have for the surface? There is Pergium here. I don't think this is one of the planets that we're taking, though. That would be too good. Too good. Alright. Well, we'll just wait for this bombardment to happen. So 79 might put us over the edge for us to win this. Bombardment seems to be going slow. Are we bombarding? Mr. Allies, no orders. Entering orbit. I guess they are. Seems to be taking a while, that's all. I need to start spending money on stuff. What's our sector doing? Planets and sectors. Are they actually doing anything positive? They're building 8 pops and they're building 1 building. They have a nice bit of stuff in storage. So that's not holding them back. Okay, how much longer? And yeah, these guys are not very strong at all. So Jem'Hadar should be able to tear through them pretty good. Even our Vorta troops should have no issue. Alright. Land ho! Timo Terrell. He gets experience quicker. The Wadi have decided to open their borders. The Wadi High Kingdom. Oh, there's been a breakaway group. And they have their borders closed to everybody else. They don't like us because we're slavers. Guarantee their independence. We have to be at peace. We might be able to absorb those guys without having to fight, which would be good. They seem to be offering us stuff to try to placate us. Maybe we'll just go and take whatever planets we want, though. Timo Terrell is a guy who's itching for a fight. 100%. Okay, this war is over. If we want it. Still want to see what's going on down here. We'll send our fleet after their fleet, but the war should be over by the time we actually attack them. Looks like our allies are going to sacrifice some ships here. I don't know why. The Ricari. They have 5 patrol ships against a very, very stronger group of people. Alright, victory! It's the best possible outcome. Because we're the best around. Okay, so that means I have to set up some sectors again. Of course, all this, yeah. I'd like to have a coherent border here, so. What am I trying to do? Alright, so planets and sectors. We're going to manage this sector. We'll add Lindgren. We'll add music. Coral Phillips, I'd still like to have control of. McCurdy, I don't think we need. Music hasn't been added. Or it has. No, it hasn't. Okay. There we go. That puts us at 8 out of 8 again. So clear this off. And what are you thinking about now? Building some pops. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the large one. Drop down some defensive armies first. Nobody's a slave, right? Okay. Can't clear these? We don't have the dense jungle thing? Okay. Okay. Well, we do want a starbase here. And this planet. We'll upgrade some stuff for you. Definitely want to get the Pergium plant going on here. The fact that they're recently conquered seems to be the worst of it. And yeah, we're going to want defensive armies all along the watchtower here. Polkor. Defensive armies, Trogians this time. And surface, upgrade this. It's not a very good looking planet. View species, Trogians, set rights. I don't want you to be slaves, I want you to be residents. Yes. There you go. Still not sure why this isn't working for these folks. Residents. Yes. Oh, they're resident now? Okay. Why weren't they residents before? Yeah, so the fact that they're conquered, not fun times for them. See how much our food has dropped off, though? So yeah, I'll make them feed themselves. What is this? Iridium, okay. Boo-boo, we need to mine that. Where's the iridium thing there? Some science here. Build a biolab. And yeah, like I said, we'll get the solids to feed themselves. Boo-boo-boo-boo-boo. Hydroponic farm. So we're clearing off everything here. Hydroponic farm there. Is this more iridium? It is. That's awesome. So we'll build one there. And all the other tiles have been taken in. We'll upgrade that. We're going to want a mine here. This produces... helps our buildings. Okay. We'll just do a mining network. We'll do a... hydroponics farm. We'll do biolab there. We'll do a mine there, and we will clear off this tile. Okay, and these folks are no longer slaves. Okay, and they're minus 40 happiness. What's their unrest like at now? Minus 120. Still not very good. So a little over 4 years for their happiness to get back up. Alright, these folks, I did want to talk to them. Can't invite them to a coalition. They have an unfriendly attitude. Well, we're just going to declare war on these. And guess what? You guys... I could go about this differently, though. I could liberate them. And then I could maybe demand vassalization. Let's try it. Let's try it. So we'll confirm that.
We have declared war to safeguard our interests.
Yes. Alright, and we'll go over here. It should be like a very quick war. It doesn't even appear like they have a space station, so still gotta upgrade the fleet as well. 25 months, 17.5, okay. And our allies are still nearby. I'd like to have that congruent border, though, or the connecting border. So I shouldn't just conquer them, maybe. Space stations, also. I want space stations here and here. Gotta get those numbers up. Have we unlocked any technologies this episode? Yeah, we did that warp engine. Tell you what, we'll carry on this episode till we get this power station unlock. And then that should be good. Should be nice at the length. Okay. And I just want to check now. Planets and sectors, what are they thinking of now? They're building some armies, okay. And I have everybody building defensive armies here to try to cheer everybody up. That's hilarious. We went like from plus 40 food to 7. Solids! Why do they need so much food? Alright, so they do have a 1K space station, so that should not pose much of a problem for us. Green and the Wadi have ceased being rivals. These folks, they're part of that alliance, so we can't declare war on them either. They have a nice chunk of territory, eh? But I would like to get this Wadi Emirates band out of my hair. Yeah, I don't think they have a fleet. It doesn't seem like they do anyway. So yeah, so what I'm trying now, I'm trying a liberation, and that should install a government that likes us and has similar ethics to us. So we're basically supporting a group of rebels right now. You have to imagine the narrative. There's a group of rebels who sympathize with the Dominion on planet, and we're like, hey, we're going to liberate you, we're going to install you, put you in charge, and then we're going to vassalize you, and you get to be part of the Dominion. They're like, okay, that sounds like a good deal to us. Are we ignoring science stations now and mining stations? Is that a thing now? If it is, that's awesome. Used to waste so much time attacking those. Pulling in 25. Holy crap. Unrest has gone down to 95. Still 100 there. Mark 1. Alright, so there goes their fleet. Whatever that was. And now we're attacking the space station. The Wadi High Kingdom. Is that these folks? They've been given association status. That's not going to help them. Not going to help them at all. Pulcher Prime, terror victims. Alright. Well, we're dropping down defensive armies. Apparently there's a local festival going on. Alright, well, we'll continue shooting up these folks. It still takes a while for us to eat through a space station, though. Come on, game. Come on. Takes a while to save now.
Technology secured.
Alright, there's that technology, too. Next stage, warp age weapon. That sounds like it's up my alley. Alright, everything's locked in there. Japonic zero-G research. What is it we researched? Wasn't it, polaric power stations? Okay, so that's actually a grounding. I thought it was like a station. If I replace that, and I'm looking for polaric, cannot be built on a homeworld. Okay. Well, what's the habitability of this one? 90. Well, we can put it down here. Borda will be happy to work in those. Actually, replace. No, we won't do that. We'll just let their power stations get up and running as is. Maybe on McCurdy, though. Habitability 90. Okay, so we'll replace this one. This one's only producing 5. So we'll do one polaric. Okay. And we'll replace this one, too. Or I guess we can only have one? Okay.
Technology secured.
What about here? I don't want to reduce their habitability and make them, like, further unhappy, so we'll leave those folks be for now. Other technology, zero-G resource center, or processor. Okay. What does this do? Chemocyte torpedo weapons damage goes up. I'm going to take this because it's only going to take us 3 months to do fleet combat stats. We didn't lose anything. Okay. So is that a starbase thing? Starbase. Pioneering ore processor. So it's going to cost us 2 energy. It's going to give us 4 more minerals, though. And we're still building those star bases. Alright, is this planet ready for invasion? It is. So we'll land here. And that will bring us to the end of the episode, I'm pretty sure. I should know because I'm kind of in charge of this. Land appropriation. Free at last. Unrest minus 50. Well, they're going to have unrest now in a little bit. As hopefully you guys enjoyed your freedom. Should have got yourself some allies right quick before I invaded. I was wondering why I was getting less minerals a month, but then I realized that I dumped a whole bunch of planets into sectorhood. So
Ground invasion force has seized.
Alright, so that war should be over. And I do want you folks to go and get yourself upgraded. For goodness sakes, 385 for those upgrades. Okay. And we should get the war end very shortly. How far do they have to go for their upgrades? Man, it's taking longer and longer to do these game saves now, that's for sure. Okay, guys, end the war. I could do it the manual way. What am I looking for? Yeah, I just want to see where they have to go for the upgrade. Lingren, okay. Alright, best possible outcome. So, these folks want a Imperium now. They super like us. Command vassalization. Recently liberated, minus 1,000. Okay. Non-aggression pact. Tell you what, we'll do a defensive pact with them. It's going to cost us an influence. That way they'll have to defend us if we... Missing in action. Okay, our stuff went missing. So it's the fact that they were recently liberated. Okay. Okay. Could declare war on them again? No. We'd have to take our defensive pact first. Our fleet's gone missing.
Technology secured.
Technology, main engineering station. Engineering lab upgrade. Engineering's not our worst. Archaeology. Growth speed. Well, let's do the engineering lab upgrade. Well, and what did we just finish? Engineering station. It's not a big thing. We'll wait till our fleet reappears. 22, 24, 5, 12. So that's going to be in 3 days. And hopefully they'll reappear in a spot where there is a space station. Go for upgrades. Nope. They're even further away this time. Because none of these planets have working star bases right now. Okay. Gonna end things off there for now. Hey, if you like what you saw, think about liking the video, think about subscribing. We'll see you next time. Take care and have yourself a great day.